think this would be a great place to put up a notice.
Better ask him. Will this be a good place for a placard?
Will we put the notice here on the barrel?
There's a flight of steps here that leads to the water. This is a place that should be minded well. If he got down here, his friends might have a boat to meet him. They might send it in here from the outside.
Would a barrel be a good place to put a notice up?
It might. You can put it there. Dark hair, dark eyes, smooth face, height 5'5". There's not much to take hold of in that. It's a pity. I had no chance of seeing him before he broke out a go. They say he's a wonder, that he makes all the plans for the whole organization. There isn't another man in Ireland who could have broken gold the way he did. He must have some friends among the goalers.
£100 is little enough for the government to offer him. You may be sure any man in the force that takes him to get promotion.
I'll mind this place myself. I wouldn't wonder at all if he came this way. He might come slipping up along there. And his friends might be waiting for him. And once he got away, there's little chance we'd have of finding him. It may be under a load of kelp. He'd be in a fishing boat, and no one would help a married man that wants the reward.
And if we get him himself, nothing be abuse on our heads from the people and maybe from our own relations.
Well, we have to do our duties in the force. Haven't we the whole country depending on us to keep the law and order? It's those that are down would be up, and those that are up will be down if it wasn't for us. Well, hurry on. You have plenty of other places to placard yet. And come back here then for me. You can take the lantern. Don't be too long now. It's very lonesome here with nothing but the moon.
It's a pity we can't stop with you. The government should have brought more police into town, with him and Gowl, and a size time too. Well, good luck with your watch.
£100 and a promotion, sure. There must be a great deal of spending in £100. It's a pity some honest man not be better of that. Oi, where are you going?
I'm a poor ballad singer, Your Honour. I thought to sell some of these to the sailors.
Stop! Didn't I tell you to stop? You can't go on there.
Oh, very well. It's a hard thing to be poor. All the world's against the poor.
Who are you?
You'd be as wise as myself if I told you. But I don't mind. I'm one Jimmy Walsh, a ballad singer.
Jimmy Walsh? I don't know that name. Is that the Eagles?
Yeah.
Sure. They know it well enough in Innis. Were you ever in Innis, Sergeant?
What brought you here?
Sure, it's to the Ices. I came thinking I might make a few shillings here or there. It's in the one train. With the judges I came.
Well, if you come so far, you might as well go further, for you'll walk out of this.
I will. I'll just go on where I was going.
Come back from those steps. No one has leave to pass down them tonight.
I'll just sit here on the top of the steps till I see, will some sailor buy a ballad off me that would give me my supper. They do be late going back to the ship. It's often I saw them in cooks carried down the quay in a hind cart.
Move on, I tell you. I won't have anyone lingering about the quay tonight.
Well, I'll go. It's the poor have a hard life. Maybe yourself might like one, Sergeant. Here's a good sheet now. Content in a pipe? That's not much. The peeler and the goat? You wouldn't like that one. Johnny Hot. That's a lovely song.
Move on.
Ah, you wait till you hear it. There was a rich farmer's daughter, lived near the town of Ross. She courted a Highland soldier, his name was Johnny Hart. Say the mother to her daughter, I'll go distracted mad if you marry that Highland soldier, dressed up in Highland plaid.
Stop that noise!
It's beautiful, Jason.
Where are you going?
Well, sure you told me to be going, and I am going.
Don't be a fool. I didn't tell you to go that way. I told you to go back to the town.
Back to town, is it?
Here, I'll show you the way. Be off with you. What are you stopping for?
I think I know what you're waiting for, Sergeant.
What's that to you?
And I know well the man you're waiting for. I know him well. I'll be going.
You know him? Come back here. What sort is he?
Come back, is it, Sergeant? Do you want to have me killed?
Why do you say that?
Never mind, I'm going.
Never mind, I'm going. I wouldn't be in your shoes if the reward was 10 times as much. Not if it was 10 times as much.
Come back here, come back. What sort is he? Where did you see him?
I saw him in my own place, in the country clear. I tell you, you wouldn't like to be looking at him. You'd be afraid to be in the one place with him. There isn't a weapon he doesn't know the use of. And as to strength, his muscles is as hard as that board.
Is he as bad as that?
He is then.
Do you tell me so?
There was a poor man in our place, a sergeant from Ballyvan. It was with a lump of stone he did it.
I never heard of that.
And you wouldn't, Sergeant. It's not everything that happens gets into the papers. And there was a policeman in plain clothes too. It is in Limerick he was. It was after the time of the attack on the police barrack in Kilmallock. Moonlight, just like this. Waterside. Nothing was known for certain.
Do you say so? It's a terrible county to belong to.
That's so indeed. You might be standing there, looking out that way, thinking you saw him coming up on the side of the quay. And he might be coming up this other side. And he'd be on you before you knew where you were.
It's a whole troop of police they are put out here to stop a man like that.
But if you'd like me to stop with you, I could be looking down this side. I could be sitting up here on this barrel.
And you know him well too.
I'd know him a mile off, Sergeant.
But you wouldn't want to share the reward.
Is it a poor man like me that has to be going the roads and singing in fairs to have the name on him that he took a reward? But
Well,
you don't want me. I'll be safer in the town.
well, you can stop.
Alright, Sergeant. I wonder, now you're tired out, Sergeant, walking up and down the way you are,
If I'm tired, I'm used to it.
you might have hard work before you tonight yet. Take it easy while you can. There's plenty of room up here on the barrel, and you see farther when you're higher up.
Maybe so. You made me feel a bit queer with the way you talked.
Give you a match, Sergeant. Take a draw yourself. It'll quiet you. Wait now till I give you a light. But you needn't turn around. Don't take your eye off the quay for the life of you.
No fear, I won't. Indeed, it's a hard thing to be in the force out of the night, and no thanks for it. All the danger we're in, and it's little we get but abuse from the people, and no choice but to obey our orders, and never asked when a man sent into danger if you are a married man with a family.
As through the hills I walked to view the hills and shamrock plain, I stood a while where nature smiles to view the rocks and streams. On a matron fair I fixed my eyes beneath the fertile veil, and she sang a song, it was the wrong of poor old Granuel.
Stop that, that's not a song to be singing in these times.
Ah, Sergeant, I was only singing to keep my heart up. It sinks when I think of him. To think of us two sitting here, and he creeping up the quay, maybe to get us.
Are you keeping a good lookout?
I am. And for no reward too. Am I the fool man? But when I saw a man in trouble, I never could help trying to get him out of it. What's that? Did you hit me?
You will get your reward in heaven.
I know that, Sergeant. But life is precious.
Well, you can sing if it gives you more courage.
Her head was bare, her hands and feet with iron bands were bound. Her pensive strain and plaintive wail mingles with the evening gale. And the song she sang with mournful air, I am old Granuel. Her lips are sweet that monarchs kissed.
That's not it. Her gown she wore was stained with gore. That's it, you missed that.
Yeah, you're right, Sergeant. So it is. I missed.
We're so classy.
But to think of a man like you knowing a song like that.
There's many a thing a man might know and might not have any wish for.
Now I dare say, Sergeant, in your youth, you used to be sitting up on a wall, the way you are sitting up on this barrel now, and the other lads beside you, and you singing Granuel,
I did then.
and then Shan Van Bok,
I did then.
and the Green on the Cape,
That was one of them.
and maybe the man you are watching for tonight used to be sitting on the wall when he was young, and singing those same songs. It's a queer world.
Whooshed. I think I see something coming. That's only a dog.
And isn't it a queer world? Maybe it's one of the boys you used to be singing with that time you will be arresting today, or tomorrow. and sending into the dark.
That's true indeed.
And maybe one night, after you had been singing, if the other boys had told you some plan they had, some plan to free the country, you might have joined them. And maybe it is, you might be in trouble now.
Well, who knows, but I might. I had a great spirit in those days.
It's a queer world, Sergeant, and it's a little thing your mother knows. When she sees a child creeping on the floor, what might happen to it before it has gone through its life, or who will be who in the end.
That's a queer thought now, and a true thought. Wait now until I think it out. If it wasn't for the sense I have, and for my wife and family, and for me joining the force the time I did, it might be myself now, would be after breaking go, and hiding in the dark. And it might be him that's hiding in the dark that got out of go, and would be sitting up here, where I am on the barrel. And it might be myself, would be creeping up trying to make me escape from himself. And it might be himself would be keeping the law, and myself would be breaking it. And myself would be trying to put a bullet in his head, or to take up a lump of stone, that way you said he did. No, that myself did. Oh! What's that?
It's nothing, Sergeant.
I thought it might be a boat. I had a notion there might be friends of his coming about the quays with the boat.
Sergeant, I'm thinking it was the other people you were, and not with the law you were, when you were a young man.
Well, if I was foolish then, that time's gone.
Well, maybe, Sergeant, it comes into your head sometimes, in spite of your belt and your tunic, that it might have been as well for you to have followed Granuel.
It's no business of yours what I think.
Maybe, Sergeant, you'll be on the side of the country yet.
Don't talk to me like that. I have my duties and I know them. That was a boat, I owe yours.
Oh wait, oh, then tell me, Shadow Feral, where the gathering is to be, in the old spot by the river, right well known to you and me.
Stop that, I tell ye.
One word more for signal token, whistle up the marching tune, with your pike upon your shoulder, at the rising moon.
Aye, aye, aye.
If you don't stop that, I'll arrest you. That's the signal. You must not pass this way. Step further back. Who are you? You're no ballad singer.
You needn't ask who I am. That placard will tell you.
You are the man I'm looking for.
I am. There's 100 pounds in my head. There is a friend of mine below in the boat. He knows a safe place to bring me to.
It's a pity. You deceived me. You deceived me well.
I am a friend of Granuel. There's 100 pounds in my head.
It's a pity. It's a pity.
Will you let me pass, or must I make you let me?
I'm in the force. I will not let you pass.
I thought to do it with my tongue. What is that?
It's my comrades coming.
You won't betray me, the friend of Granuel.
That was the last of the placards.
If he makes his escape, it won't be unknown he'll make it.
Did anyone come this way?
No one.
No one?
Slowly, deeply.
No one at all?
No one at all?
We had no orders to go back to station. We can stop along with you.
I don't want you to. There's nothing for you to do here.
You bade us to come back here and keep watch with you.
I'd sooner do it alone. Would any man come this way and you making all that talk? It's better the place be quiet.
Well, we'll leave you with the lantern anyhow.
I don't want it. Bring it with you.
You might want it. There are clouds coming up and you have darkness in the night before you yet. I'll leave it here on the barrel.
Bring it with you, you bloody bastard, I tell you. No more talk.
Well, I thought it might be of comfort to you. I often think you might have it in hand and it can be flashing about onto every dark corner. That is the same as being beside the fire at home, and the bits of bogwood blazing up now and again.
Be off, the two of you. Yourselves and your lantern. What are you waiting for?
For my hat, of course, and my wig. You wouldn't wish me to catch my death of cold? Well, good night, comrade, and thank you. You did me a good turn tonight, and I'm obliged to you. Maybe I'll be able to do as much for you when the small rise up and the big fall down. When we all change places at the rising. Of the moon.
£100 reward. £100. I wonder now, am I as great a fool as I think I am?
Is it? Okay, well, I should be in it for at least like 2 seconds so I have proof that I was in it.
This is our beer win challenge!